For me to engage audiences or incorporate community into arts projects, particularly in theater, that has to start at the beginning, the conception of the piece. What I want to hear are stories from the community about the issue that would engage them from the beginning. I don't think it goes backwards where you develop the piece, then outreach the audience. They should be part of the development of the piece because no community is monolithic. No community is just one thing. They're usually connected to other communities. I don't come in with preconceived notions about community when I start the projects because I've already been proved wrong too many times. Community engagement, particularly in theater, is super important because we want authentic representation of community. The idea is not necessarily to bring audience members to your play, but to authentically represent the community you're working with. Authenticity comes from real communication, which means time investment. It doesn't mean from reading books and studying a history of a people and all of a sudden saying you're an expert. Authenticity comes from human interaction with people who have an intrinsic value that maybe you haven't discovered yet, but will only be available to you if you spend real time in authentic conversation and communication. A lot of what I do is about exposing stereotypes and ignorance about communities that we think we know. I'll set up characters that appear to be really easy to understand based on your stereotypical notion of a gang member, for instance. But then I'll peel back those stereotypes and expose their relationship with their mom or their desire to want to pursue a dream outside of being a gang member that they don't communicate to anybody but their best friend. And all of a sudden the humanity kind of explodes on this person. And the deeper you go, the more you seem to connect with a community you didn't think you had anything in common with. People will always surprise you if you give them enough time. Of course, if you're gonna judge people by 30 seconds of interaction with them, then you're always gonna kind of carry stereotypes about folks. If you're gonna do work with community, your work should then inspire creating community.